Hey, Maddie. Hey, Danny.
I dressed
Hello.
up. You're good, Mike.
Holly around?
Yeah, she's joining you right here.
Okay.
She's getting on right now.
You know you don't have to dress up for these meetings, right?
Mike, I just walked in the door from your class and I was soaked again.
And you don't have to drink your margaritas from a pitcher if you don't want to.
No.
Okay, guys. Christine's not going to join us. She's on a business trip, so she's out of pocket. And I'm looking for a pen. So let's rate your week.
8.
8. That's a good rating.
No, wait, I take it back. 9.
9's even better.
I mean, I should make it a 10, but I'll go with 9.
Okay, I'm trying to pull up the chat line. So Danny says 9. Get that down. And Holly says,
I say zip it to my 2-year-old is what I say. Uh, I would say like an 8 or a 9. Yeah, I mean, I'm not hungry.
y'all's timing is perfect because this is the second to last week of the whole program. Maddie.
5. Just because I wasn't able to get in very many workouts from being in town. So still able to get in some runs and walks and still focusing on nutrition, but just not getting in the daily, really get my heart rate up and all that good stuff.
So were your walks like more than 10 or 15 minutes?
Yeah, I was doing about 3 to 4 miles.
3 to 4 miles. And you gave yourself a what?
A 5?
Okay.
Is that too hard?
Who wants to vote that 5 out of the picture besides me?
You could have done all the goofy burpees today.
Who says no to the 5? I say no to the 5. Holly says no to the 5.
I say no to the 5. I think that you probably did. I would give it a 7 or a 6. We don't do 7s, right?
We don't do 7s. I under the circumstances, Maddie had a death in the family, and so family issues to deal with, and given that, and given the fact that you walked 3 to 4 miles, come on, that's a 10 in my book.
You're motivated.
I'm serious. It's a 10. It's like above and beyond. Danny, you're the tiebreaker. What do you think?
I would give her definitely higher than a 5. No 7, so I would go at least an 8.
She said she ate clean.
Oh, then you're good. You're 9, 10 maybe.
Okay, so it's either a 9 to a 10. So we're going to give you a 9 plus. Anyway, that's called taking the show on the road and doing the best you can.
Yeah.
So anyway, welcome back.
Because if I was in that position, I can assure you I wouldn't have been walking 3 or 4 miles a day.
Yeah, so awesome. Okay, so everybody's finishing this thing out really strong, it sounds like, because next week's our last week, and we'll be talking more about the continuation program next week. But yeah, it sounds really good. Is everybody up to speed on all the lessons and the videos and everything? Okay, so Maddie's got some catch up. Understand got some catch up work to do.
I won't even lie. I still have to watch. The only one I haven't watched is the one you really want us to watch because I haven't had 45 minutes to sit down and watch it.
I understand. Break it up if you have to, but I will annihilate your points if you don't watch it.
Yeah, I'll get it done before the end.
I'll have a points trash fire if you don't watch that video. So that's my admonishment. So yeah, that's a good one, and you can break it up. You don't have to watch it all at once, obviously. Maddie, you feel like you're not up to speed? Holly, you up to speed? Okay, so you guys have 10 days roughly to get caught up. If you would scroll through and focus on the things that interest you most, but keep in mind that the ones I strongly advise you to watch, I've watched them 3 or 4 or 5 times, so it's it's pretty well versed, my opinion, on why you should take a look at those. Some of y'all have already turned in results on the challenge for this week, which is the assault bike. And actually, everybody, Christine's done it, Danny and Holly have done it. So Maddie, are you gonna come tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow, so I'll do it tomorrow.
Okay, so you can jump on it. You can do it for a warm up, or you can do it for the end.
Okay.
If you're really going for it, it's pretty tough to warm up on that and then have a decent workout afterwards. But you could try both if you want.
Okay.
But we need to try to beat our initial score too, right?
Yeah, if you guys do it again tomorrow, man, I'll be so excited if you beat your first score, because y'all's first scores were really, all three of y'all were really impressive. Holly, what you had, 27 in 2 minutes? Huh?
Yeah, I was 27.
27, and Danny and Christine had 34.
Dan's keeping track of mine. Don't worry.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Anyway, all of those numbers are really impressive. I know that I warm up on the assault bike pretty regularly, and I do 30 calories, but it takes almost 3 minutes to do 30. And that's just a warm up, but still, it's doing 27 to 34 in 2 minutes is very impressive. Maddie, you're going to have to deliver.
I know. I'm like, that's pressure.
Yeah, that's okay. Just do what you can. And then if you do it at the beginning, for your warm up, then you can always, it gives you a benchmark and an idea of how hard to pace yourself. And then you do it after the workout, you'll have a better feel. You'll definitely improve, because you'll know what to hit and you'll have a motivation to hit it.
Yeah.
So I'd say do it both, before and after. Okay, so next week, the final week challenge is going to be burpees, but I'll remind y'all that it's just burpees every day, just a few, just 10. So it's like a warm up. But I'll remind you that the 6-week challenge is still open, and that is the rowing and or running. And you can accumulate points tomorrow and all of next week on that regard as well. So those are some good points there. So next week, burpees. What else is on y'all's mind? I've got something on my mind, but what's on y'all's mind first? Anything? Sounds like all of y'all are cruising to a really good finish. The data sets all support that. Everything I'm seeing is exactly what we want, which is a subtle but significantly consistent change in percent body fat and body weight. So you guys, some of y'all do your weigh-ins on Friday, some on Saturday or Monday, but we'll get the next set of data in, and then you'll have one more data set after that. But so far everything looks really good, and hopefully you guys are establishing some habits that you can sustain well past this program, because that's the whole idea. Week 7, week 8, week 9, those are weeks of your life where you're going to continue to do the things that you've learned to do and things that you've enjoyed doing, and continue on the progress of getting to to dial in exactly what you want your body shaping to be. Last week,
does this app go away, Mike, after we're done with the program, or can we
say again? Say again. I'm sorry.
Does this app, or do we get disabled from the app after the 6 weeks, or can we continue to track our weight on it?
You're gonna have the app as long as you for a couple weeks after that, and then the normal thing to do is to shut it down or the continuation program, which is a monthly fee. It's called the Ascend program, and we're going to talk about that more next week. But I've got on my Renfo app on my phone all the data. So if you want to keep doing some weigh-ins, I'd be happy to do that and show you the data and share it with you. The official the database that you're in now ends with the program. So the continuation program would keep that sustained, and we'll talk about that more. We're going to talk about it a little bit today, but we're going to talk about it more next week as well. It's called the Ascend program. So anyway, let's dive right into that. I wanted to show y'all. I'm going to share my screen and show y'all
Let's go.
this stuff here. Okay, so
Let's go.
yeah,
Oh.
okay. So what we're looking at right here is the program, the week programs that are in for the Ascend program, which is the continuation that connects all the bod squads. There are 40 weeks of programmed material that we cover, and we go week to week, and we have the consultations every week, and we have the Zoom meetings every week for the people that are in the Ascend program. And there's a bunch of more material that lesson style material, action style material, and a couple of videos to watch here and there. But the reason I brought this up is because last week y'all were asking about how to get the mindset right and the motivation right, and if especially if you're struggling with a down time or down moment in the program, how do you kind of bounce yourself back up out of that? How do you get motivated to do things? And what I wanted to show you was in this continuation program, how often we talk about mindset. This whole program is pretty equally balanced between hardcore nutrition, teaching, training you up on how to eat right, how to shop right, how to cook right, how to meal prep right, how to be ready for every contingency. And it does a really good job of that. But an equal amount of time is spent in the program and in the Ascend continuation program on the mindset part of it. So I wanted to show y'all, kind of prove to you that that's the way it is. So each one of these weeks, you guys can see this, right? Week 1, it says BHAG and honesty. Does everybody see that? Thumbs up. Can everybody see that? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So BHAD is big, hairy ass goals. So that's basically like a first of the year thing, and so this, I would consider this to be a mindset thing, because it's about planning and prioritizing and becoming disciplined in your mindset. Week 2 is letting go of the past, which is clearly a mindset thing. Week 3 is like a physiological mindset thing. It's talking about the chemicals in your brain and how you trigger them and what kind of effects they have on you. You guys have probably heard these names before. This is really fascinating. I like this module a lot. Week 4, window of tolerance, also a mindset thing. Week 5, simplifying happy, indulgence, and then some pretty cool stuff about cold showers. Again, a mindset thing. Week 6, motivation reset. Week 7, know yourself, grow yourself. Week 8, keep in mind and keep kind in mind and self-talk. We're going to drill down on that one in a second. But those are all mindset subjects, and so it's a real deep dive into that. And then week 9 is more about technical stuff, probiotics and some other things. Active recovery, week 10. Back to mindset on week 11. Psychological development stages, consciousness, mental and physical declutter. And then week 14 is about hydration, the importance of hydration. So it bounces back and forth quite a bit between completely in your brain activities and thoughts and studies, and then bouncing back into nutrition stuff. So there's a lot of good nutrition stuff here, like Here's some great cooking hacks and skills, things that help a lot. Here's how to deal with people that are critiquing what you're doing. Here's a good session on allergy sensitivities and tolerances, and so forth and so on. So it's a lot of good tactical, technical nutrition stuff, and then a ton of good mindset stuff. So let's take a look at week 8 just to give you a feel for what we're talking about. And this is my view of the week. It's not your view. Your view comes day by day, but this is basically showing me what you're getting for that particular week. So let's see if we pick up. Let me think. Let's see what this one looks like. So this is about awareness and different aspects of that, and how you can kind of clarify and declutter your brain to make sure you're staying on your goals. I'm not sure that's the one I wanted to show you. Let me this one. Self-talk, that's another good one. That's not the one I wanted either, though. Let me find. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe a different program I was thinking about. Let's see. Window of tolerance. That's the one I actually wanted to zoom in on. So let's take a look at this one. This is 3 lessons over the course of the week about the concept of living your life in a way where you can keep your stress levels under control at all times. So and they call it a window of tolerance. That's the window that you optimally operate in to manage stress, at the same time getting a lot of things done. So when you're in your window of tolerance, you've got a calm state of mind, you feel relaxed, you're in control, your function level is as high as it's going to be, and you're taking on the challenges of life without getting stressed out by them. So the idea here is to find a way to get into this window and to defeat the issues that try to push you out of it over the course of your life. So it goes through a lot of different modules here about kind of models for how to fight stress and how to recognize stress, how to see where it's coming from, how to I guess break it into its component parts and understand how you can defeat those individual parts. So anyway, this is just an example, but this is the kind of stuff that we dive into in the Ascend program. If you guys are seeing anything now that you would like to see, I can send it to you right away. So just let me know later if you want to grab something and run with it. But basically, it takes some discipline. You guys know you have to work at it to stay on top of these lessons and things every week. But if you get into this habit and do a little bit of self-help stuff or of self-awareness stuff every week, then it's really going to sink in very nicely. So that's that. And basically the entire program, like I said, is 40 weeks. And in each one of those weeks was curated by the system. So by Erin and her group, but also I've individually selected a few of them to fill it out as well. Some things that resonated with me. And so we go through this whole program, and the idea is, we'll talk about this more next week, but the idea is to bridge the gap between the spring Bod Squad and the fall Bod Squad, and then to carry this out through the end of the year. So anyway, that's that. Let me stop sharing and then go back to y'all. Danny disappeared. Oh no, he reappeared. Okay.
I'm bathing my son and listening at the same time.
Okay, that's fantastic. You guys are right in the middle of all that stuff that I remember those days, and they were so complex. Everything had layers.
Good work.
Your complexities don't really subside until they get driver's licenses. So I'm afraid to say you've got a few years ahead of you. But the fact that you guys have And Maddie, you were coming very regularly as well, but you guys have been expert attendees at the gym since this program began. And I'm sure you're feeling pretty good. I mean, I'm sure you're feeling some good energy and some results from that and some results from the program too. So would that be a true statement?
Yeah.
I know that Danny's quite the beast in pickleball. Maddie, you missed this, but the three of us played last Saturday morning early,
Hmm.
and we had a great time. I thought we had a great time. It was really a lot of fun. And Danny's smiling like he's like the Cheshire cat that he is, because
I really did have a blast. It was really fun.
because it was Danny versus Holly and Mike, and Danny won. That's what he wanted to tell you.
Oh.
So, anyway, are you gonna be there in the morning tomorrow or in the afternoon?
Good morning.
Okay. So, if anybody's interested and the weather's good, I'm game to crank it back up tomorrow or Saturday, so we could do that. And you could get your point if you want to.
Yeah.
So, have you ever played before?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's just really fun because it's not frustrating like tennis where if you're not playing somebody at your equal skill level, you can't really have a game.
Right.
You can play with anybody and have a game.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it fun. Anyway, we've got all the equipment at the gym. We can set it up whenever you guys want going forward. Okay. Does anybody else have anything else you want to bring up? Looks
Danny's
like
talking. He's on mute.
he's on mute. It's okay.
Because I'm talking to my son. I don't want y'all to hear what I'm telling him. So
Well, if you're explaining life issues to him, I kind of want to hear, but I kind of don't want to hear too. So
no, I'm trying to dip himself underwater and rinse the soap off so he can get out.
fantastic. That's the fast route. Okay. By the way, I saw a kid a little bit younger than y'all's youngest on the sidewalk today, just walking along. And I stuck my head out the door. I didn't see a parent anywhere. Just like a little 2-year-old walking around on the sidewalk outside the gym.
Our daughter does stuff like that. No, she doesn't. But the other day, my mom was watching her and she opened the door and started running down the street. And my mom had to catch her by her ponytail.
Oh my goodness.
My mom's like, what, 68 years old, like trying to catch up with my daughter who's running down the street and had to catch her by her ponytail.
That's hilarious.
He's
That
a feral child.
would have been a good video. Okay. Takes after her dad, huh? Okay.
Yep, she's an animal.
All right, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow and or Saturday and or next week.
Perfect.
Okay. Take care.
Bye.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
everyone.